Welcome to Marie's Country Life.
Hello friends, it's me Marie. Today I'm going to show you my 4 months old chayote. Some of you, I'm sure you remember that around last week of December 2020, I planted my chayote seeds in grocery bags. The reason why I planted them in grocery bags because I wanted to transfer the chayote plants easily. And so far, after being in this room for 4 months, the chayote plants are doing well, and they're growing and they're tall. And every week I had to come here and check, and I had to train the vines because the tendrils, the vines are going everywhere, climbing from one branch to the other branch. So it's like tangly and gnarly. So I have to patiently remove all the tentacles that wrap around the branch. So except for one plant, I think one of the plants, it has 2 major vines and one of the vine died. I think what happened was that when I poked the extra branch for climbing and the roots inside the bags were already established, I think what happened was that I stabbed one of the major roots, and that turned that major vine there die. So it died, it killed it. So far there's one major vine that's still growing and still green. Eventually it may die, so that's why I'm in a hurry. It's now May 3rd, so I'm getting ready to transfer all these chayotes into my garden, and I look forward to seeing them thrive and grow, because it's not healthy for these plants to stay here in this room. It's because they need to spread out, they need the roots system to spread out into the ground, and the vines and the leaves need to flourish so that they can produce chayote fruits once they are ready and they're big. Okay, and I'm going to show you how they look like. I think they're doing pretty well. They're getting tall and they're spreading, and most of them look green. So these are my chayote plants that I planted in grocery bags around last week of December 2020. And as you see and as you notice, they are growing taller, and some here's one plant here. It's climbing. It's actually holding on to the window. So every week I have to come up here and check to see if they are gnarly or tangled. So I have to separate the vines. Except for this one here, this is what I was telling you, that this vine died. There were 2, 1, 2, if you can see this one here. Yeah, this one here died for whatever reason, it died. And so now there's only one that's green. So I think what happened was that when I inserted this branch here, like 2 months ago, I think what happened was that it stabbed the major roots inside. Of course, I didn't see it. So because eventually I just noticed that the leaves were yellowing and it died. So hopefully that the remaining vine is still going to make it, because it's still pretty green. And yeah, this one here looks pretty good. And that one there, it has some leaves, it has yellowing the bottom. So all these chayotes, this one is the best one. It's mostly green. And I would say that they don't need to stay here any longer. I need to transfer them because they are just getting pretty big, and it's hard to for the root system to spread. They won't be able to produce any chayotes if I keep them here. And besides, it's already warm outside. It's warm and it's hot, and the last frost is over. We may have a little low temperature here and there, but it's not going to be freezing temperature. Okay, so I think this is a certified success. I was able to plant chayotes here in this room for 4 months, and as you can see, they are doing okay. And I just planted them in these grocery bags. So every time they look dry, I add more water. I actually fertilize these. At that time, I used the commercial fertilizer because that's what I have ready. and handy, so I just mixed the store-bought fertilizer and I just watered these chayote plants just to give them a little boost. So I think I'm getting ready to transfer these chayotes. First, I'm going to put them on the deck and I will have them get used to the outside temperature, and maybe I will wait for a few days so that they will get used to the outside weather, outside temperature, because here it's not windy except for when I have this ceiling fan blowing. That's pretty much the air they get, or the movement. But before I transfer them into my garden where the trellis is over there, I'm going to have them accustomed to the weather outside by putting them for a few days. I will just sit them on the deck so that they can still get sunshine and some breeze. Here's the chayote! I need to transfer. It's time for the chayotes to grow and spread in the garden. I'm going to put them on the deck first so that they will get used to the gentle breeze and the outside temperature, and they are ready. But first, I will have to place them on our deck, so that they will get used to the breeze and the weather or the temperature outside. It's bigger and it's ready to be transferred. It's ready to be transplanted. You think it's a success?
Yes.
For 4 months, they were in this bedroom. Let's go. So here are my chayote plants. For now, I'm going to put them here so they get acclimatized to the warmer or hotter temperature outside. So they will stay here on a deck. In our blue room upstairs, it's warm also during the daytime because it's facing the sun and they get sunshine, and that room up there is pretty warm. And with the breeze from the ceiling fan, I mean, they have some kind of movement. Here, it will be better for them. I'll keep them here for 2 or 3 days, 2 to 3 days or 4, so they get acclimatized or get used to the temperature, so they don't get baked in the sun as I transfer them to my garden. And as you notice, I only have 3 left. Unfortunately, when I when I moved one of the chayote plants the other day, and then the dog came in here and destroyed the chayote plant, and that was the healthiest chayote I had. I was so upset. I was so sad because I took care of it for 4 months and the dog just destroyed it and uprooted. And I did saved it. I did save it and put that chayote in the garden. So I don't know if it's gonna make it. I'm not gonna count on it. It gets severed, it gets stressed. So I have 3 left. Anyway, I'm happy that I'm able to plant chayotes inside, and I look forward to harvesting more chayote. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.